I can hear you now, bro. You good?
I'm good. I'm good, Terry. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. What did you make of Chelsea tonight, my friend? Because you're getting a lot of stick in the comment section. A lot of people not happy with how you played, etc. But what did you make of it yourself?
So honestly, for me, I think that this team, I think Andrew has said it before, and we've like kept saying it like a broken record. I think this team is super young and they're super inconsistent, and I think it keeps we keep seeing that again and again, and it's just because I don't know, like we have the ability, we've seen it. I think that I don't know, fair enough. Like we spoke about all the what do you say, the natural factors of elevation, of temperature, of body clock, like 4 hours, whatever the difference is, all of that just for one day. I get all of that, but it's also up to the manager to say, hey, because he said it in his pre press conference. He said it pre-match press conference. He said that this is a good game for us to win because then we would have won three in a row and it takes us like closer to the top of the table. And so he knew that it was important. And then like the team that he kind of picks, I don't think it was the strong enough team. I don't know why you don't I understand that Dilap was what do you say, he did that like red card thing, and which was not cool at all. But then if you need to win, and you sort of reprimand the guy behind closed doors, you do whatever you need to, like you fine him, you like discipline him behind closed doors. But if the team needs this player, we don't have enough of people on the pitch, then you play him. Because like I said, I like Tariq George. I like that he's an academy boy, but the problem is that he doesn't have that killer instinct. He doesn't
Mm.
seem like I won't be afraid if I'm an opposition player, irrespective of what club I am. I'm not going to be afraid if I see Tariq George. But as soon as Dilap came on the pitch, like things changed. Like the thing is, he was holding up the ball. He was causing problems because he's a natural number 9. He moves like that. You can see it. So I think that was an issue. He always picks. I know, like Tosin, I saw it in your rating in the side here, that Tosin got a better thing, but like some of the decisions he makes seem so, like, again, like he seems like an amateur rather than like like the senior player in that team. And Hato just had a bad game. He's like 19 years old. He, like, we can sort of like excuse him in that sense, that like
Mm.
maybe the occasion got to him. I think overall it was an inconsistent thing. I'm not going to be here and say, okay, I'm happy with 2-2 draw.
Well, no, I hear you. Look, Joe Cole said something that I totally agree with at halftime, and Joe Cole said he wants the manager to keep him on because it's a test of the young man's character. And what I would say with Hato, I didn't. It didn't affect him in the second half. He played well, and I think sometimes there is and I get it. There's sometimes a propensity, a proclivity to go, right. He's had a bad moment. Let's take someone off the pitch. Sometimes you need to let people work through these moments, and he'll grow. By the way, I don't think the penalty, I don't blame him for that at all. It's the ridiculous rule. He was just running. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
that he made that one mistake in the game. I actually thought Tosin played worse in the
Yeah.
overall game
I
for me.
agree.
But
I agree with you. No, I agree with, and that's why I don't think they should have taken off Hato. I fully agree with Jokol. I agree with what you're saying, and that's why I like to give more chances to the youngsters. Because if Achampong was on the pitch, I would rather have him than Tosin, because these guys are fast. They're young. They will make mistakes, and I'm okay if my young like defense line conceded 2 goals, but we drew, and I will be more okay with that, because I know,
yeah,
okay, we don't have enough of experience, but these boys will learn and eventually they will become good because they're racking up experience as they play. But like I am not happy with the result. Obviously, like I really thought we could have come away with it. Garnacho had those, like the moment he did like a bicycle kick that could have like been scored at the end. And I said this last time I came on, like Garnacho is a guy for moments. He might not be all the time doing good things, but as soon as he gets an opportunity, because his pass before his goal was really shit, and then he got a rebound off of that bad pass, and then like he put it in. And I think that yeah, we missed our moments. We should have been clinical. Enzo Fernandez had like a couple of chances like right towards the end where he could have like buried it, but again, like, we were trying to be too clinical, and that I criticized the manager a bit, because for a guy who tries to say that he wants this team to have control of the game, if you watch most of our games, it's kind of chaotic, especially after we concede. It's kind of
mm,
chaotic because these guys are young. Eventually they're going to like break, and unless you have somebody like Palmer on the pitch who says, hey, I'm going to take this game by the scruff of the neck and I'm going to like, make something happen. It's difficult for that to happen.
I hear you on that. And what do you make of it? Winter Surfer. I'm gonna call you. Not gonna call you Andrew. I'm not gonna call you Andrew tonight because it's easier to call you Winter Surfer when there's when there's two of you on. But it was a weird game. Obviously, you're gonna get a lot of stick for it. I'm already seeing it in the group chats. Why'd you get beat by a carrier bag? Why'd you drop points to an airbag? What do you think went wrong for you tonight? Because you started very well and dominated the game, and you even dominated the majority of the second half. But why do you think you just couldn't kill the game off?
Consistently inconsistent. I said it on Saturday, didn't I? I said we'd have a tougher game tonight than against Spurs. I said we'd have a tougher game. I don't know what it is. I also think it's some of them just don't get up for the games like this or something like that. We saw it against Wolves last week. It's just frustrating. I'm angry, but I'm not surprised, and that's the sad thing about it. It was but like you say, but then again, when you have a young team, hello.
Sorry, very quickly. Club Brugge have just gone 1-0 up against Barcelona.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But when you do have a young team, Terry, and one of your senior pros is tossing. I mean, what help do you got? This guy, I'd say his height's wasted on him, Terry. I swear he should be a short guy. This guy, honestly, he's got the strength of a paperclip, man. I swear, he is just, and he's supposed to be out there guiding, helping Hato. Do you know what I mean? He's supposed to be able to be a calming influence and stuff like that. But it just wasn't good enough all around. The decision making, when to shoot, when to pass in the first half with the wingers like Gittins and stuff like that. It's just not good enough. And that will be the story of this season, where we will go on runs of 2 or 3 wins, and then we'll have performance like this, lose again, and it's just the inconsistency of it, and it's just, I know. It's
just another quick update. I've been told it's 1-1 in the Barca game now.
That was quick.
But it's just frustrating, and I think that's what Chelsea fans have to realise. It's going to be like that this season. There are going to be so many frustrating games. It's just that tonight would have been get the win no matter what, right? Whether we won 3-2 or not, the performance, get the win. You then go into the Barcelona game on 9 points. You know what I mean? Yeah. Really only need like one more, like probably like 4 more points just to even get into the playoffs and stuff like that. Because I'm not focused really on the top 8. Just make it into the playoffs will be fine. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Terry, like if this is because I think most of the time when I come on here, I say that, okay, Arsenal must this season, but next season Chelsea must, and we have to challenge and all of that. But like with a backline like this, it's going to be so difficult to do anything consistently. And if these owners or the sporting directors don't get an experienced center back, like we need somebody at the back, because Sanchez is not the guy. Okay, like at the back, who's going to be commanding? Definitely not. We need a center back that was like a Thiago Silva. Like, yes, he was physically not going to be all over the pitch. He had like, great positional play, but he was a leader. Like he would speak to the young guys and he would always like drive them towards the end. And we were winning games even like, where it seemed like we were not in the game anymore, because we had like somebody like that at the back. And we really need that to be able to challenge, to be able to do anything of consistency and of just like of some sort of substance, because some games we look really good where, like you said, these guys just wake up and they want to like show up. If it's like a Spurs or a Liverpool, because the ask is more.
Well, these guys will show up against Barcelona.
For sure.
Show up against Barcelona.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when there's a bigger team.
They're like what when Fergie, that documentary, Terry, your treble winning season when the Fergie called out Liverpool, called them big time Charlies.
Yeah,
like that. That's what some of these players are. I think they're like at the moment they've got the mindset of, we saw it against Spurs, up for it, big game today. All right, people are going to put it's the time, or they're above sea level or whatever. I couldn't care less. Do you know what I mean? It was just you cannot.
Well, sometimes you get this. No, brother, I hear you. Sometimes you get this with teams, and sometimes it's part of the cycle. Sometimes it's an issue. Sometimes it needs to be removed. Where and Man United have done this a lot in recent times, where I feel we sort of will have games where you're like, look really, really good. We'll go away and play well at City or away at Liverpool, and then you'll play Burnley at home and you look like absolute crap.
Yep.
It's massively frustrating. What a goal by Dan Burn. What a header. That just was. Ryan, what are you here to say, bro?
Look, I have no issue with both Andrews, Winter Surfer and Andrew Barnes. It's mainly the people that keep telling me that they've got the best DM in the league. They've got, I've heard recently Romeo Lavia is better than Declan Rice, which I think Chelsea fans in general just need to stop hyping up Romeo Lavia at this point, because he can't see the pitch for 5 games minimum. Like, if you're gonna have that quality, what's the point of you not being on the pitch, man? Availability is the best ability. Has he even played a minimum of 5 games in a row, or has he just been injured?
He started the last 4 and 6.
No, he's injured.
He's actually on a bit of a run.
And how many?
Bless him.
And how many seasons has it been? Look, I think he's
third. This will be the 3rd season.
3rd season. Like, I don't doubt he's a talented player.
This injury stuff goes back to the Southampton thing as well. It's not, but with us, it's just like it gets highlighted more. But,
no, but
you're right. It's not the point. The issue is, it's like, I don't even know how it really happened today. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like an impact, like a really hard tackle or anything like that. And
It was just a
off.
sprint.
He wasn't limping when he walked off, but that's the problem now. He'll probably be out for like a few weeks now.
Yeah, he doesn't recover. He doesn't recover quickly. He doesn't recover quickly either. It's always long.
Yeah. But also,
That's
like,
'cause
when
he's
the
injured all the time. He
medical
can't
stuff
recover.
came on the pitch and they touched his leg, he twitched. Like, for me, that was weird. Like, that means something's happened inside, because as soon as they touched his leg, like, he proper twitched. And I think that he did some damage to his muscle for sure.
And I was going to say, Terry, I feel like a lot of fans do this. I'm not saying even some of my own fan base do this. A lot of the fan base say, technically, he's a better footballer than this guy, as a way out of just saying that I believe he's a better footballer than this person. And look, at the end of the day, Lavia hasn't shown it at the highest level that he can do it with the big teams, compared to someone like Declan Rice who's been doing it for the last 3 seasons. So when I hear people compare him to other players,
Listen, just say his name. Just say his name. Just say.
No, he knows where he is. He knows who he is, bro. He knows who he is.
You talking about Don? Are you talking about Don here?
Just say Don.
No, because the chat is also calling him out.
Don't say people. Just say Don. We don't really
but it's not only just Don. It's not. I think people need to understand. It's not only just Don. I wouldn't say it's a majority, but it's a small group of Chelsea fans that are very, very loud and like to talk about their own players and hype them up to an extraordinary level.
In our group chat, it's 2. It's Don and it's Ches. Just say it. Just say it.
What I also have on very good authority is Ches inside the Chelsea group chats is far more conservative. He literally says it all. It's all bravado. It's all front with Ches. Ches doesn't actually rate Chelsea, Maresca, or his squad.
Do you know what his favourite letters are?
That much.
Go on.
Do you know what his favourite letters are? PTSD. That's what he says all the time.
But I think at the end of the day, in isolation, right? I'm not gonna take a lot from this Carabao game, because let's be honest, like, when we won our Champions League, we lost to Red Star Belgrade. It was a freak result. It was a very hostile atmosphere, and it was the same as well. Carabao played really well. Carabao played really well. The atmosphere in Azerbaijan was mad. Like, you could see the whole stadium was full of army officers because of how raucous it was.
Well, but I'll be honest with you, I want to thank both Chelsea and Carabao. It was a very entertaining game of football. Exactly, There was end to end. I mean, right at the end when they nearly scored, you went straight down the other end and nearly scored. I like that, and what I've loved about this new group phase, the league phase of the Champions League. Do you know that this Champions League does say to me though? I do watch it and go, oh, fucking hell, the Super League might have banged, It does make me think the Super League might have banged, because it's just everybody, it seems most games, it seems almost like every match, both teams just try to win. And it's brilliant. It's absolute, because you also know you can lose 2 or 3. It reminds me of the UFC. You could lose 3 or 4 games on the bounce. As long as your fights are entertaining, as long as you're giving it a go, they keep you on and you can still become a world champion. You don't need to like win every match to get to the knockout phases. And once you get to the knockout phases, of course, you've got to win, right? But I love the league phase because people just, they go for it. And I think some of the players at some of the smaller clubs, I think they use it as a showcase. Look at me. Do you want to come buy me? I've liked the whole thing. So the only thing I don't like is that there's too many games on at once, and I don't get to. There's so many games I want to watch the whole 90 minutes of, and you just can't. That's the only bit that's
I
frustrating.
thought they were going to spread it out. I thought they were going to spread it out to like Thursday, like they did the opening night when the opening week they spread it out to.
But then Europa
Thursday,
comes
well.
into play. Comes into
No one
play. When
cares
do they
about
play?
that, man.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, you can't say that. We played Europa and we played
I didn't care about it to the final. I didn't care.
No,
This here says that the sooner Tosin is sold, the better. Can't call it a scapegoat when you can't climb the smallest mountains to save your form. Lavia might have to retire. I hear that. And Karabag come with bin bags in and come with
came with
Came with bin bag.
bags and left with Chelsea in it. There we go. I got there in the end. Look, I want to thank everyone who tuned